Recording in progress.
All right, so we'll open this special select board meeting at 5:05. Is there any public comment?
No public comment.
Public comment. All right, public comments closed. First item of new business is to consider accepting and signing a fire and EMS contract with the town of Shirley.
And did you receive the email earlier with the PDF that has the contract in it?
Yes.
So this contract, we were keeping it simple, modeled on the same outline as our current Willimantic contract. We did run this by Zach as well, who added clause 4, which is neither Monson nor Shirley waive their respective sovereign immunity in this contract. I went to the Shirley Select Board meeting last evening, and they endorsed this, and all three of them signed this.
All right, and I guess my only question was just feedback from our fire department about any considerations or concerns they might have.
No, our fire department talked over capacity. We feel good about the capacity with our department, personnel and equipment. And they presented their information to Shirley about that. Shirley had a similar number of calls last year, as did Willimantic, for a number of calls. Most of those calls are consistent with our Monson calls and Willimantic and others, where probably 3/4 of the call are medical EMS calls. So we're thinking this should fit in well with our services, and the mutual aid agreement that we have with other communities will provide support to Shirley if we're on multiple call outs. We're getting a heavy downpour right now here in town.
Sue, anything to add?
I'm sorry, can you say that? It's really hard hearing. It's not you, it's the
me.
technology.
No worries.
Seems like we got.
Bill's
Yeah.
Trying to figure out my volume button here.
Was there something in the bottom here that you did before?
Can you hear me now, Sue?
Okay, well, we'll make do. So I understand that the Shirley fiscal year runs the calendar year. So
No, they're on the same fiscal year, July 1st. So their new fiscal year starts July 1st. This contract runs July 1st to June 30th.
okay,
So their budgeting process and contract period is consistent with ours. And as I explained to them last evening, there's a 60-day notice. If either town is not happy with the situation, give notice next April. And if they wanted to go back to Greenville or something wasn't consistent, so they just need to give that notification.
what was the December? Was it their contract with Greenville ends then? I remember like an end of December.
We put a December date in here for the annual billing being due.
Okay, I thought when we talked earlier that their contract.
And the current Willimantic contract runs January 1st to December 31st, which I was talking with Willimantic yesterday, try to get them on a July 1st contract as well, because that's what their fiscal year is as well.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. I'm good.
All right, thanks, JD. Anything to add?
No, that was my question. So they were leveraging Greenville and decided to shop it a little bit and come down to.
Yeah, Greenville this year proposed a fairly steep increase in their rates, and Shirley approached us to ask if we would like to provide service. Our first question was to our fire department around capacity to make sure that fit in well. And we said yes, that we could fit that in, and presented what ours would be, but trying to do so in a respectful way for Greenville and such. But also, as I said, this would be a 1-year contract. And if Shirley's not happy with service, or it doesn't meet our needs, either party can give notice and not renew the contract.
Thanks.
All right, in that case, then I will move that we accept and sign the fire and EMS contract with the town of Shirley.
I'll second. Oh.
Sue, second, all in favor?
Because we're audio, this would be by roll call, just to make sure. So Tyler Atkins,
In favor?
Sue Chase,
In favor.
JD Walker.
In favor.
And I just want to say, I was really impressed that Bill Nye, the science guy, is one of their select board members. Shirley, are you too young for Bill Nye?
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, no, that's our jam, I think, right,
Yeah.
Tyler?
Yeah, exactly.
Me too. I never met Bill Nye in person, so I got to do that last evening. Fortunately, I emailed the Word document to their clerk, and that's why your name, JD, is slightly out of alignment, because I didn't know they had a new select person, so we were able to make an edit on the fly over there to get Bill Nye's name in, but it eliminated a tab apparently, and that's why he moved off to the left.
No worries. I just,
Yeah.
in the future, I'll just make a motion that the next roll call should go reverse alphabetical order.
Excellent.
I've been used to being called first my whole life, so I'll happily go to the back of the line.
I was only 2 of them. Where's everybody else?
Hi, Terry.
Hey,
Welcome.
can we-
Welcome. So we're in the middle of the select board meeting.
Yeah.
You're welcome to join us. Okay, excellent. What do you need?
No, I just want to know if we can have a moment of the selectmen's time, Ryan and I, when you're done, or.
This is gonna be really fast.
It's gonna be
Yep.
quick. We want them to be aware of what's going on. That's nothing about, let me get Ryan over and I'll tell you what it's about. And, which I think you already know. So we're in a little predicament. I'll explain to you when. Is Tyler any more coming?
No, we're in the meeting, right? We're in the meeting, right?
Take just a minute, do what
So-
you're gonna do.
It'd just be good to have it if it's something that involves the need for an executive session, or
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
we're
well-
gonna be in the selectmen and discuss, and I just want you to know,
Let me-
we've done our homework.
let me-
How many more did you know? I'm not on the select board anymore.
let me pause for just a minute. I'm going to step away here.
Yeah, well, hold on, before you go, I was gonna say that, but just as a matter of, is he already
Just-
gone? I was gonna say to make sure that it's a subject that we should be talking about in a public session.
Right, and if it has to be exec, we have to reschedule.
Yes.
Can someone just give me a quick rundown of who just walked in and what just occurred?
Terry Gaudet from the fire department.
Okay.
That we don't want to get into law. The town is, I'm sorry to say, that's the word we got through the dealership, that's what we got through the inspection. Your vaccine fault, not vaccine fault. I'm just saying that truck west. But we had to do our homework, we have to bring it to the select people now and say, we've done our homework, inspected it out. That's why I've always done, through the town for 40-something years, when we had to get a truck, we had to do our homework, and then we to the select, just to say, this is what we have. what we're supposed to do.
Well, but in terms of, this is,
Brian, oh,
well,
it's not that we're in this wrong, we just want to let you know.
let us complete the capital.
Okay, this is not.
Which is doing
Okay.
the con. Come on, yeah. Doing the con. And sure.
Well, when do you want us?
Well, we're in the meeting.
Okay, so we meet, what?
Well, you approved the sheriff contract. We're about to consider accepting.
Just when you're done, come get us.
There was. Well, not the same,
No,
but
we're sent.
just to have a local select board to.
Let them know where we are.
We're,
Just do your thing.
we're not set up for you to, well,
No, we don't even want, we just want to set a date to talk.
so the select board, the next select board meeting, regular meeting will be the second Thursday, July 13th. Right?
We're good.
Okay. Hi, we're back. The fire department wants to talk about new truck purchase.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that at the next select board meeting.
Okay. Thanks. I invited them to join and explain we're in the middle of taking care of their fire department business. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so the second order of business here is to consider accepting a grant award from the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation for fire department equipment.
So did you get the materials that I sent in the email?
Yes.
This is the grant that we applied for with requested budget for the items that are listed here. And we just this week received a notification that came in form of a check for $45,000 with this letter that's here. And I called back Stephanie Leonard, who's the administrator, and spoke with her to just make sure however we roll, to make sure we were doing it consistent with the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation, because they very much like to have things done in a fairly quiet, respectful way. And she said, yes, just be sure you use the full name of our foundation, the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation. And this, we budgeted into the town budget that will take effect July 1st with funds that would provide the match that are in the current budget that goes into effect July 1st for, there's $19,000 listed in the operating budget for new equipment purchase, which would cover the match portion of this to allow us to do the full purchase of this equipment that's listed here using the $45,000 of Stephen King funds. We'd asked for $46,626. So that additional difference we will figure into our match for what we budgeted. This is all equipment that we need to buy anyways, and would have been needing to figure out a way to do it either within our operating budget or capital budget line. So I'm really thrilled with this. At least two other departments in Piscataquis have apparently received awards as well. Dover and Brownville is what I've heard. So Stephen and Tabitha King have given favorable support in Piscataquis County. As you can see, the requirements here are fairly simple in terms of giving them an update of how we implement this in the equipment. So
Yeah, no, this is excellent, Bill. Congratulations again. For the equipment that is basically on a rotation, right? Whether it's air packs or turnout gear or what have you. I know there had been a conversation started about drafting a plan for circulation of that equipment so that we can then figure out how much we need to budget annually to stay on track. Does that plan exist yet, or is it still in the works?
still gathering the information on that, and that's what I just reminding the fire department again on, that putting together a capital plan for everything that we need that will certainly includes a new truck and everything else, but we're gathering the information on that for what the costs are for replacement. This gear with the air tanks and turnout gear will, I believe, get us pretty close to having full new sets for the department. So this will be a big help in getting on schedule for that, because with the air packs, we probably need to look at planning to replace 1 to 2 of those per year to stay on schedule. Turnout gear will be a couple of sets of turnout gear per year. They have a 10-year life. But we're still in the works on getting that information for current state of the different equipment and a plan for that. And then knocking off things when the opportunities arise.
Super. It would be, since fire department came onto the agenda. I guess it already was on the agenda today. But anyway, if you when you speak with them, just personally, I think it would be great to have an update from them on the status of this initiative more broadly, so that we can understand what work has been done so far.
Yes. Yeah, but that earlier grant, we got the safety equipment, the $3,000 of safety equipment. That was a need. That was an identified need. These are all identified needs. The next big grant opportunity for the fire department will be the fall FEMA. That's when a big purchase of equipment for the grant application process for assistance to firefighters. That's the one that has potential around an apparatus and a fire truck, and that's the one I'm trying to steer effort toward to make sure we take a good shot at that as a identified need.
Very good. Sue, JD?
JD, I'll let you go first.
Okay, yeah, I just want to touch on what Tyler kind of indicated. Like, we do need to get that plan in place, and I think earlier the better. So if we can kind of set some sort of timeline, so we're not getting into the budget time next year. So something that we can work around, because it doesn't seem like that hard of an obstacle to overcome. Say, hey, these equipment have certain life cycles. So hoping to have that, I don't know, maybe in the fall or late fall, well before the budgetary cycle starts. So
Yes,
but also great job. I mean, between this grant and the Shirley plan, I think it's a net benefit to the town, and I think it's great. So it's a good day. So yep.
agreed. Thank you.
I'll just ditto what both of you said. Yeah, this is exciting. It's a step forward and much needed for the fire department as well.
All right. In that case, then I'll move that we accept the grant from the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation for fire department equipment.
I'll let JD second this one since I got the last one.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Tyler Atkins, or excuse me, reverse order. That's right. John Walker.
Yeah, you're not.
JD,
You froze.
we got storm at this end. You froze up. Could you repeat, JD?
Frozen?
Yeah, you're free now.
In favor. Yeah, in favor.
Sue Chase?
In favor. I'm always in the middle.
Next one, I'll have you go first. Tyler Atkins?
In favor. All right, and then the next item here is items not on the agenda. Are there any items to bring forward?
Yeah, right, exactly. Keeping in mind that we'll put out an agenda for a planning session for next Thursday to set out priorities for the year. That will also be an opportunity if there was anything urgent needed, you'd be gathering then. And then the regular meeting on July 13th, for which I have a fairly long list of different action items and such. But yes, if there was anything else urgently needed today.
I just have a question. We had discussed earlier, I can't remember how many meetings ago, putting together a binder for new select board members that would include like policies and just our rules of order. And I just, now that JD's kind of new, I just want to make sure that, you know, we're getting you, JD, the right information to make this smooth transition. So I don't know if we can put something together that would be.
Yes, absolutely. And I have spoken with our town attorney, Zachary, who's been providing lots of review since I've been here around our warrants as we put those out, around these contracts, and also talking about doing informational sessions and briefing sessions for select board and planning board. And the planning board, I reiterated that with them on Tuesday, that's a service available as well, to go over process, to go over support that's available from town attorney, such as well. So absolutely can provide that and pull that together. We'll be developing this together, I think, JD, in terms of what's needed or provided, but certainly getting you any of that, and then thinking about how we do any informational sessions that we help provide.
That sounds good.
Additional support.
And I saw through emails that JD, you have the access to the MMA manual already, so that's a big help right there.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, Sue, for bringing that up. Yeah, I think any resources that can be provided to any new selectmen, just so they have a place to dig into when they start, would be beneficial. And I appreciate all the help that you guys have given in answering the questions I have as well.
Anytime.
Yeah, and I'm learning this process as well. And that document that I shared with you, JD, at time of town meeting, that shows our budget and year to date, I ran that again yesterday to show what our current was at as we were closing in to close the books tomorrow. So that's the document I've come to work out of for ongoing, that then helps, in my mind, for the next planning process as well, around, managing the budget. And that's the sort of thing that we'll provide regularly for budget updates at select board meetings, probably even in that same format, so people can see what year the dates are within each department and within those different lines. But that's something that's open to design. It's what's worked for me so far, but that those sort of what information helps in the way that it can be presented is something I'm very open to.
And if you haven't sent it over already, if you want to forward JD the what do we call it? So the code of conduct, then we could adopt that at the next meeting.
Rules of order. Yeah,
Rules of order. Yeah.
that's right. We have to vote on that every year, I believe, if I read that correctly.
Yep. Okay, great.
And so is considering that at the July 13th select board meeting appropriate?
For the
Okay.
the new year. So you need us to sign the Shirley contract.
Yes, and so this is the blue ink original. And I guess, how can we want to date that today, 6/29/23, for Sue to sign? Do we have we probably don't have a process for remote endorsement, do we?
I don't believe we.
I don't think so, but as far as dating the contract, I mean, I think we adopt it today and Sue starts to sign it today. I don't think there's any issue with the rest of us signing it when we can.
Right, because the minutes reflect that. And because what I will do with this to affect it, because at midnight tomorrow night, we become primary responders for Shirley, is to send a copy of this to the sheriff's department so that dispatch, they already know that's taking place, but to make sure they get the official paperwork so that they can route all dispatch through.
Okay. Sounds good.
Very good.
And yeah, so, and I'll go speak more with Ryan and Terry. Just to explain, the fire department's been having ongoing conversations with different companies and sale reps around truck options that are available and finance packages and such. And they're feeling the need and the pressure for new vehicle. And I understand that. I'm trying to work with them to figure out how we can get the best funding support for that and how we will go about doing that. So I think that's why Terry wanted to present more information on that this evening. And Ryan did come in and indicated that can wait till the July 13th meeting. But I will, exactly, having the priorities list so that as opportunities arise and grant opportunities are there, is to make sure we can get as much funding as possible for it.
Exactly. Very good. Well, then if there's nothing else, I'll move that we adjourn at 5:33.
I'll second.
Very good.
And we'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday and the Thursday after.
Thursday and Thursday.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Great.
Thank you, everybody.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
All right.
JD.
See you guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I think the tunnel software needs to